This is for the women who came before us, the ones who carried so much in silence for so long. Today we are not here to keep carrying their pain. We are here to lay it down with love. Grandmother of weary hands, mother who stayed silent too long. Today I come with no anger in my mouth. I come to lay the hurting down. I carry no judgment in my eyes, no chains for anyone at all. Only this wide awake life asking to rise once again. To you who held so strong when no one held you near, to you who gave your tenderness though fear had torn you here, to you who hid your tears so others would not break. Today I see you with respect. Your storms are not mine to take. What ached inside your chest does not have to live in me. What broke your early years holds no power on what I'll be. Ancient mother, rest in peace. Your story no longer locks me in. Ancient mother, I can walk on with your gifts and not your war. From your hands I take the courage, from your wound I lose the fear. I walk clean and whole within, with tenderness and with resolve. I saw women make themselves small so they would wake no pain. I saw smiles fixed in place to cover an old burn. I saw promises left unkept. I saw silence at the table. I saw girls grow into women with no permission, no defense. But today the story turns. Today that old command ends. I don't reject my grandmothers, I only set their grief free. Hey Anna, hey Anna, hey Anna, hey Anna, hey Anna, hey Anna. Hey Anna, hey Anna, hey Anna, hey Anna, hey Anna, hey Anna. To my mother I give back what was never hers to blame. To the child in me I promise a home without the dread. To my body I now allow a rest with no one watching. To my own heart I offer a new and steady trust. I don't need to break apart to prove how much I'm worth. I don't need to silence me to keep a hold on love. Today I honor those who walked before. I thank their life, their struggle, all they gave. But what was never born inside of me goes back to earth and will not take me down. Let the old guilt walk away. Let the ancient wound close over Ancient mother, rest in peace. Your story no longer locks me in. Ancient mother, I can walk on with your gifts and not your war. From your hands I take the courage, from your wound I lose the fear. I walk clean and whole within, with tenderness and with resolve. Ancient mother, rest in peace. Grandmother mine, ancient mother mine, rest in peace. Strong ancestor, ooh, rest in peace. In me a new truth begins. There were doors shut tight long before my name was born. Women with their eyes cast down just to make it through the night. There were embraces held in place, words that never reached the air. The sadness walking on and on, from one age into the next. I grew up watching silences, sitting down beside the table, learning never to ask, so I'd be no one's trouble. Learning how to stay on guard, to tuck the let down out of sight, to pretend that all was fine even when my heart was breaking. But I don't want to live on crumbs of someone's love, nor keep on opening wounds from fear of ending empty. Today my steps turn around, today my chest says enough. The girl who stayed there waiting deserves to come back home. Coming back to my home within, with no punishment, with no chains. I'm gathering up my voice from the places it stayed small. I'm coming back slowly now, not hiding what I feel. The women standing behind me deserve their rest as well. I saw love all mixed with fear. I saw promises fade away. I saw women holding up worlds while they let themselves fall down. No one taught them tenderness, no one spoke to them of peace. So some of them would hold on like those afraid to let go. But today I break that road, today that prison ends. I didn't come to repeat the wounds, I came to build the warmth. Hey, I know, hey, I know, hey, I know, hey, I know, hey, I know. See myself with nothing hidden. I can love myself with no permission asked. I can rest and feel no guilt. I can open my arms to the days ahead. The story changes here with me. The story changes now. I'm coming back to my home within, with no punishment, with no chains. I'm gathering up my voice from the places it stayed small. I'm coming back slowly now, not hiding what I feel. The women standing behind me deserve their rest as well. Hear the ancient fear comes to its end. Here my own truth begins. I still remember that chair down at the end of the table. Someone was always staying quiet so the trouble wouldn't grow. The spoons would clink so slowly, no one met another's eyes. Every woman hid away something behind her teeth. My grandmother folded the tablecloths like someone tucking wounds away. My mother learned it far too soon to carry on, though she was lost. And I kept gathering the silences without even knowing I did. Growing up inside that habit of bearing whatever hurt. Pretended to be whole because no one ever showed them another way to be. Today I leave that chair empty. I no longer sit in fear. I no longer shrink my joy to fit inside the silence. Today I leave the window open, let air into this old house. The women living inside me needed their truths as well. I saw arguments swallowed down with the television on. I saw embraces arriving late. I saw glances split in two. I saw women caring for everyone while they stayed behind themselves, as if running on empty were just a normal thing. And for years I believed that's how a life was meant to work. Swallow down whatever hurts and carry on like nothing. Hey, I know way, hey, I know why. Hey, I know way, hey, I know why. Hey, I know way, hey, I know why. I didn't come to repeat the weariness of my blood. I didn't come to live with fear inside my body. I right here, of hiding what we feel. Let the sadness end right here, passing from mothers down to children. Let my home be filled with calm. Let there be room for who I am. Let the girls who come behind me find something different here. Today I leave that chair empty. I no longer sit in fear. I no longer shrink my joy to fit inside the silence. As well, the table is still here, but it doesn't feel the same. There were women waking before the sun, with no time to look inside themselves, turning everything into a duty, swallowing their anger down in silence. There were hands cracked by the cold, tired eyes that no one asked about, and still they kept on serving food as if the weariness had no voice. My mother cleaned the house, though her whole body ached, as if to stop just for a moment was something wrong or dangerous. My grandmother saved her bills between the plates and old notebooks, afraid that something would run short the way it ran short long ago. And I grew up believing that living meant enduring, that you had to keep on smiling even as something broke behind. I don't want weary hands holding up the world alone. I don't want women to be strong just because they had no other choice. I want tables with easy laughter, days without so much keeping watch. I wanna look at the ones I love with no fear it all ends tomorrow. I saw women saying I'm fine while they slowly faded out, learning to put themselves last in every single moment. I saw birthdays with no embraces, arguments behind the doors, and girls turning into women before they were even ready. But someone has to cut that sad way of getting through. Someone has to open up the space to rest without running away. Hey, I know, hey, I know. Hey, I know, hey, I know, hey, I know, could break tomorrow. This time the story can be different. That never made it all the way out. Glances that changed the subject right before the truth was said. Everything got swept beneath something, like dust hidden through the house, as if keeping it quiet long enough could make it disappear. About the sadness, they only said it'll pass. No one asked too many questions when someone lost their light. My mother learned to carry on, though inside she was far away. My grandmother filled the silences, arranging glasses on the table. Copying the gestures without even noticing it, learning to hide away your tiredness, just like the older women did. But I do want to say it, I do want to face what hurts, because hiding it all these years made no one any stronger. I wanna more honest life, with no fear inside the house. No need to fake the calm when something breaks inside and wears me down. I remember the quiet Sundays, televisions filling the spaces, people sitting very close, yet feeling just as far apart. I remember the weary women saying everything was fine, while they clenched their teeth so they wouldn't fall apart in front of the rest. And for years I believed that this was what growing up meant, to endure until you're empty and come back again the next day. Hey, I know, 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 hey, I know. I don't wanna hand down silence to the ones who come behind. I don't want a girl to learn to swallow it all just so she won't be in anyone's way. Let someone break this habit of always holding it all in. Let someone teach inside this house that feeling bad can be spoken to. Let the women of my blood find a little rest at last, without hiding away their tears as if they were something shameful. wears me down. Maybe here's something different begins. There was always a woman rising before all the others, serving plates still warm, while her own grew cold alone. There was always someone watching, that no one felt uneasy, no one but her. I saw her eat standing up so often, like someone with no fixed place, leaving the best for the others, though there was barely something left. I saw her worn down to the bone, and still she'd say, it doesn't matter, as if she had somehow learned to disappear without a sound. And the little girl watches all of that, even when no one explains it. She learns quickly where to sit, she learns quickly what to hide. I don't wanna be the last one at the table, nor keep on making small this sadness of mine. Its marks behind as well. I heard women apologize just for being tired, for needing a little help, for not bearing it all without breaking. I heard the same phrases passing from mouth to mouth, as if suffering in silence made a woman worth more. And for years I believed that love meant forgetting yourself, until one night I understood that this was a wound as well. Hey, I know, hey, I know, hey, hey, I know, hey, I know, hey, I know, hey, I know. To the women who lived always putting themselves off, I understand you, but I don't wanna teach that very thing to the ones who walk behind me. Let no girl believe again that she must wear herself out to be loved. Let no woman feel selfish again for thinking a little of herself. Let the tables of this family have a place for everyone, even for the one who spent years left at the end of everything. I don't wanna be the last one at the table, nor keep on making small this sadness of my as well. So slowly, so the children wouldn't hear, though the cold was felt all the same, crossing through the whole house. There were footsteps before dawn, dishes put away without a word, women washing off their faces before going back to pretending all was fine. I remember learning far too early to read the mood of everyone, like someone stepping into a store, trying not to make a sound. I remember embraces cut short, arguments behind the walls, and that feeling of always living, waiting for something to break out of nowhere. I know, and you grow up believing that love always comes mixed with fear, with wariness, or silences that last too long. But I want to open the windows of this old story. I want a house where no one walks with their body on alert. I want to speak without looking down, to laugh without bracing for what comes. I want days that do not break from any shadow of the past. I saw women lying awake, waiting to hear a key turn. I saw tears wiped away fast before anyone could ask a thing. I saw girls pretending they were fine so they'd worry no one at all, learning to put their feelings away like fragile objects on a shelf. And for the longest time we mistook the habit for our fate, as if living tense all the time were simply what growing up was. Hey, I know, hey, way I know, hey, I know, hey, 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 I know, hey, 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 I know. I don't wanna keep on passing down the flinching. I don't want another girl to learn to feel responsible for everyone's sorrow. Let the constant waiting end right here. Let the love stop feeling fragile. Let this family know at last how it feels to live in calm. Let the generations still to come sleep with no fear in the chest, hearing no hidden sadness behind any door at all. fear no longer rules the same. For years I heard the phrases that seemed to pass from one age to the next, like old clothes handed down with no one asking if they still fit. That's just how things are. You have to bear it. Better not to say a word. And many women came to believe it. I saw dreams shut away in drawers, old letters covered in dust, women putting off for later all they wanted for themselves too. I saw their eyes go dim so slowly, between the work, the fear, the habit, as if living for your own sake was something impossible. But something started to change when I stopped repeating it all, when I understood that a family can also learn something new. Today I give a new name to the story that goes on with me, one where the love won't hurt and the silence is no punishment, one where the women can rest without the guilt, where no one has to break apart to ever feel they are enough. Sometimes healing looks a lot like much simpler things, laughing without checking the room, sleeping a whole night through, speaking clear without trembling after, coming home and feeling calm. Small things that so many women never fully got to live, because they spent too long surviving their own surrounding. And I don't want to carry on that sad way of existing. I want the ones who come after to find something kinder here. Hey, I know, ah, way, ah, hey, I know, hey, ah, way, I know, ah, hey, I know, hey, ah, hey, I know. My ancestors I carry on with me, but I no longer walk out of the wound. All they learned from surviving can turn into something different now. Let this blood